Chiefs Kingdom. Welcome to Chiefs Chat. Into the broadcasting here. Hopefully you guys can't hear it. See it on this. You should hear it. Copyright stricken. Going O-line here is going to be Fatano, Washington. They want to go Barton and get a center. Pittsburgh likes to build from the inside out. They need O-line across the. They need O-line. They need defense. They need a lot. Pittsburgh. This could be Terry and Arnold the corner. I mean, you're being smart. Which, you know, sometimes they are. Yeah, offensive tackles are biggest thing. That center. Get the best center in the draft, you know. Could be getting a replacement for Cam Hayward. Could be Newton. And teach him what's what. It's been an interesting draft. Had a lot of picks early on. Going pretty good there for a little while. Michael Penix, of course, he hamstrung that. Everybody else was originally saying Penix out of the first round. I was like, there's no way he's getting past the Raiders at 13. Never, ever, ever thought Michael Penix was getting out of the first round. Did also not think he was going to Atlanta. Gave a bunch of money to Kirk Cousins. So I thought, hey, it makes sense that they're going to maybe go defense for him. And the year Cam Hayward, nice announcement. Finish. And then he gets all the booze. There he is. Get this site up to make sure I'm not broadcasting the sound of this TV show. You guys can definitely shut me down. Let's go. Let me know in the chat if you guys hear anything or not. You guys are all over the internet. There's so many Chiefs channel shows right now, so plenty of choices to watch. I understand. If you're not here with me right now, I understand. You can watch later. I'll do a recap at the end. You'll be able to see how many things I got right. I'll go over my tweets that I was putting out while the picks were happening. I mean, it makes sense for them to get Fatano here, but do what Pittsburgh does. And there he is, Troy Fatano. Called it. Thanks, Cam. Oh, he's crying. He's so thrilled. His grandma's looking at him like, stop crying. They're so serious. They're like, stop sobbing. You're a man. And very old school cultures. The one grandma looks very proud of him, but they both look nonplussed that he's showing so much emotion. They're just like, tip up her lip. Tackle from Washington. This kid's really good. 6'3 3/4, 17 pounds, works with explosive hips and hands. He's going to be able to do everything that they want to do in Pittsburgh. More. If he doesn't start right away, which I think he will, but if he doesn't start right away for some reason, he could be 4 position wing guy. Got power. He can drop his weight down. He's athletic. He's really athletic, this kid. Be interesting to see. Najee Harris is going to be happy. That's for sure. I'll tell you that. Look at another one. So Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins missed out on Verse and Dallas Turner. I'm going to say they got to go with Chop Robinson here. They got so many defensive edge injuries. And Robinson is, I mean, depending on who you ask, some people don't think he's the first round talent. I think he is. He's got a lot of position versatility. Depending on what style you like, he's got more power than you think. Got really good speed, hand quickness. He's still raw, still not that polished. He's still got a ways to go to be developed. And you're going to take a chance on the defensive line edge. College, Penn State's not a bad school to get when you think about that little boy down in Dallas, Mr. Parsons. He's pretty good. You notice that. But that guy's a pretty talented guy. But I mean, just for need, if they're gonna go need and they want a really talented player, Chop Robinson would be my choice for the Miami Dolphins right here. But they need a lot of help. They need secondary. They need a lot of stuff. They lost some guys in the secondary. This could be the first corner off the board. And it's just a matter of do they like Terry and Arnold better or do they like Q Mitchell, you know. But I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be Chop. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So far the draft's been entertaining. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I didn't check my site to see if it's broadcasting this loud stuff that's in my ears right here. I don't think it is. Let's see here. You know what though? It's doing that hum thing again. I don't know what is up. I'm gonna switch over to the other page. And I'm gonna stretch it out because that other page doesn't have hum in the background. Whatever that is going on, I gotta check my studio after the try to correct that. But for now, we're gonna go here and we're gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna stay on this page. Boom. We do that. It is what it is. All right. Because I don't think the sound's jacked up on this page. Yeah, it doesn't have that weird hum, fuzz, whatever that is in the background that's driving me nuts on the other channel. Let me know what you guys think in the chat so far this draft, how it's been going. I'm going to go ahead and note this up on the page because there's only a few people in the lurking right now. I'm sure people don't know because, you know, notifications don't get out like they used to. Go ahead and post that. Chopping up second half of round 1. Hopefully our Chiefs will be on the board soon. Everybody says, what do you want? What position do you want? I want the position I want is Xavier. That's the position I want for the Kansas City Chiefs. I want wide receiver, either Xavier Worthy or Xavier Legette. Either one of those guys. I'll be happy. They're different skill sets, mind you. If I had my choice, if I had my pick, number one choice overall would be Xavier Legette. I want weapons for Patrick Mahomes. I want multiple receivers in this draft, at least 2. Looking to see what the Bengals were going to do. I thought maybe they would get crazy and go and get Brian Thomas and then let T. Higgins know he's on the way out. Maybe they're planning on signing him. Maybe they already did sign him, and I just don't know because let me just double check that right now because a lot of signings happen on draft day. They lock guys up. Let me see. Contract. Still holding out. This is his old contract. 2024, he earns a base salary of $21.8 million. 4-year contract. Bengals. That's his reportedly wants out. Doesn't say anything about him signing a new contract, so we'll see. There's still round 2 tomorrow. He still might get traded. Chopping up the second half of round 1. Chiefs pick is up soon. Let's go. Let's go. How good does it feel to be defending champs? Can I just ask you all that? It's so good. It's so good. When you're watching these drafts and you're trying to break things down, you're like, we aren't picking for need, we're picking for just want. We're picking for, you know, what's that next guy that could help us get a championship going to be, and can we three-peat? Can we be the first franchise ever to three-peat? We absolutely can. We have the pieces, we have the coach, we have the quarterback. Charles Davis is agreeing with me on this one. The biggest need for them is edge rusher. I don't see how they pass on Chop Robinson right here. I mean, he's not the, maybe he's not the, you know, the guy they wanted out of those other guys, but out of verse Dallas Turner, but Chop's a player, man. See how they go. Dolphins are coming up. And I'll recap after this round's over and let you know how many picks I had. I had like 4 out of 5 right after the first 4. Everybody got the first 4. I didn't even like count those. Um, those are gimmies, guaranteed. What's going on here? Not working. Chop Robinson, chalk up another one. Okay, this looks like it's frozen. I don't like that at all. It says it's still rolling. Okay, it looks like it's rolling. So we got another one. Chop Robinson, chalk another one up for the Thunder Danimals. We got another pick correct off the board, not just position, but actual name. Got a couple that we had the right position but the wrong guy, but we had 4 out of 5 right guy, right position. Michael Penix threw a monkey wrench and everything. I think it's a great pick for Atlanta. I'm here in Georgia. It's a great pick for them. You know, kudos to the Falcons for getting a guy like Michael Penix to learn behind Kirk Cousins. You like that? How do you like that? Can you deal with that? You like that? That's what it is. You like that? Yeah, Chop's got some zip to him. Gonna be coach him up. Coach him up. He's gonna be dangerous. So Chop Robinson's off the board to the Miami Dolphins. Philadelphia Eagles are on the board. I mean, this has got to be corner, right? This is it. This is where the first corner goes off the board. This is, do they want the technician? Do they want Terry Arnold? Do they want an athletic guy? Like, do they want Mitchell or Wiggins? I think we gave them Cooper DeJean last night in our mock draft. Terry Arnold and Lick was on the board. I think they're going to go Terry Arnold. I just don't know who they liked better. Alabama's a bigger school. They're going to be influenced by that. You know, the breakdown on Arnold, 5'11", 189. Okay, that's a good start. What's Hughes' size? Hughes, 6 foot 195, a little bigger, a little more higher athletic score. Tyrion's prototypically built cornerback, low center of gravity, exceptional proportional length, high voltage short area, athlete, pure foot speed, absurd foot speed, twitch, change direction. I mean, gonna see fluid corner, uncommon direction for just an athletic freak. You know, Quinion Mitchell's a ball hawk, but Quinion Mitchell also played for Toledo. They were playing against lesser competition sometimes. I think it's going to be Terry Arnold for the Eagles right here. They need secondary help. They need to be able to stop Patrick Mahomes if they ever get to the Super Bowl against us again. They need to stop all those wide receivers in New York now. Blake Neighbors, Jalen Hyatt, Sterling Shepard. They're going to have quite a little group going down there, whoever's throwing them the football. Don't sleep on Drew Lock stepping in while Danny Dimes is healing up, because Drew Lock played well. He acquitted himself quite well. In Seattle, he looked like he was maturing, you know? That's key. They want these quarterbacks to grow up, you know, and sometimes they're out of the league before they get a chance to grow up. So I think Terry Arnold's gone right here. The Philly. Ooh, we're getting so close. Philly, Jacksonville, Dallas, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona, Buffalo, Detroit, Baltimore, San Francisco, Kansas City. 11 picks away, guys. 11 picks away. If we don't trade up. I mean, right now, go back and let's look at my list here of, I gotta look at my list of top players. Sounds like the pick's in for those guys. I mean, wide receivers, both Xaviers are still there. Brian Thomas is still there. Troy Franklin's still there from Oregon. Ladd McConkey's still there. We picked Ladd McConkey last night. Adonai Mitchell's still there. Roman Wilson's still there. Roman Wilson. I had to go live tonight because I'm an Italian. Danilo Giulia. I'm an Italian. Okay, my family's Italian, and I couldn't on my dad's side. I couldn't not go live in a draft where there was a receiver named Rome and another one named Roman. It just was like it wouldn't be right not go live. A Roman Catholic. There's a couple Romans in the draft tonight. One's off the board already. Called that as well, by the way. There's no way. I was looking at that going. So like everybody pretty much got the first 4: Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison. A lot of people predicted a wide receiver to the Chargers. I said, there's no way Jim Harbaugh is not protecting the best quarterback he's ever had. It's going to be Joe Alt. They picked Joe Alt. Then next pick, I was like, Giants aren't taking a quarterback. They got Danny Dimes, and they just picked up Drew Lock. It's going to be Malik Neighbors. They went Malik Neighbors. Then thought Latham. Everybody thought Alt was going to go to them because he fit there. I said he's not getting past the Chargers. So Latham is going to go to the Titans. Latham goes to the Titans. Then Michael Penix dropped a bomb into the whole draft, blew everything up. And then we got back on point. I said from the beginning talks of the draft, back months ago, at the end of the college season, a lot of the hype was like, what if the Bears end up getting something like Caleb Williams and come back around and get like a Rome Odunze? And then we talked about that months ago. That's what I thought was going to happen. That's what happened. Vikings traded up right away. I'm like, that's JJ McCarthy. He's off the board. I had the Jets taken Felice Fuaga. Instead, they went with Olu Fashanu. I think they felt Felice was more of a guard in their mindset. So it is what it is. Then I thought Bo Nix was going either to Denver or Raiders. I honestly thought the Broncos were going to take Brian Thomas Jr. To replace Jerry Jeudy, and actually be an upgrade of Jerry Jeudy. And they went Bo Nix. They just signed Zach Wilson, and they go and get Bo Nix. They're going to have a fat quarterback room. But then the Raiders come back, and they get Brock Bowers, who I think his floor is Dallas Clark 2.0. His ceiling is George Kittle 2.0. So the Raiders got a heck of a weapon. Eagles pick is in. Commissioner's coming out. You can say stuff in the chat if you want. I'm not going to look at it. Got a couple people in chat. Dario, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you in the chat. What do you got, Commish? Bit of coffee with a little toddy in there. I got my water, my KC water. Of course, when the Chiefs pick, you're doing the traditional annual first round pick shot with this wonderful new shot glass that I got when I was in KC. Both the shot glass and the water have like a big metal thing. Like, this is awesome. It's like a big crest that sticks out about a quarter of an inch off of the cup. They both have that. This one has it as well. Look at that sweet shot glass. How much that sticks out. Mailata. Ooh, here's the wild card pick. I think the Eagles are going to take the corner. But the wild card, I mean, some people think Jackson Powers Johnson center, but because Kelsey just retired. But they got Cam Jurgens. They got guys there. What do you got, Jordan? They went Mitchell instead of Terry Arnold. They went Mitchell. So it's a flavor thing. He doesn't look like he cares. He looks very nonplussed. Like, where's the energy, bro? The wide receivers, the DBs look tired. The wide receivers are all wearing glasses. They look like they're high. These guys smoking out in the back room. Like, what's going on tonight? They talk to them. And they're just like, the wide receivers are all like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do my best. Hope I can help the team. I'm like, can you take your glasses off, bro? Because I want to see how bloodshot your eyes are. Because I think you're still on a smoking high from last night. I'm not saying that they're doing it. It just seems a little sus to me. Let me know in the chat if you've noticed that at all or not. Is what it is. They've got to live their life. I'm not going to judge these kids, but like, come on now, keep it real, keep it genuine. So they go Quinion Mitchell. Quinion Mitchell, some people had him as their number one corner. Jacksonville's back on the board. Jacksonville needs a lot of help. This could be a corner run because Jacksonville needs a corner. And the Cowboys could use a corner too because their number one corner was injured last year, and Gilmore was. Other times undefeated, baby. No disrespect. It gets all of us. So we'll see. And then the Green Bay Packers are likely not going to take a wide receiver. Harrison just went to the Cardinals. I mean, the Bills are definitely taking a wide receiver. The Ravens might take a wide receiver, and the Niners, depending on what they're going to do with Ayuk, might grab a wide receiver as well. That could be the top wide receivers off the board right there. Or maybe they don't. We'll see which way they go. The Jaguars might, you know. Let's see here. Because Calvin Ridley is now a Tennessee Titan. So the Jacksonville Jaguars might go wide receiver as well. Hard to say. Oh, Toledo Rockets. Seems like a good. This dude's super chill. This is Quinny Mitchell. Really chill. It's really calm. Talk too fast doesn't get too crazy. This kid's saving all of his energy for chasing dudes down on the field. Doing a good speech here. I'm trying to hear it. I want to talk too much over because what he has to say. Sounds like a good kid. Sounds like he's a little bit shocked. Got to be surreal. You're in the NFL now, kid. Crazy. It's crazy. You just went from being a college player who always wanted to be in the NFL to now you're in the NFL. So Jacksonville from Minnesota through Cleveland through Houston is now picking at 23rd. Do they want to replace Calvin Ridley? Do they want a corner? They need defense. They couldn't stop a friggin' nosebleed last year. What do you think, Dario? Let me know in the chat, buddy. Anybody else that's lurking in the chat? If you have an idea, if you have a thought, if you have a comment, feel free to fire it out. I'm expecting to get the views on the review because I know everybody's splitting their vision all over Kansas City, all over Chiefs Kingdom. There's so many sites now. Crazy. So many commentators and stuff. We get on to the next pick. No rush. They only get drafted once, but missed playoffs for 5th time in the last 6 seasons. That's not good. Lost 5 of the last 6 games because they couldn't stop a nosebleed. I think Terrion Arnold comes off the board right here. Because I think the Jags know if they don't grab him, the Cowboys are grabbing him. We'll see what happens. If they do that, do the Cowboys go Wiggins? Do they want yet another weapon? They lost Michael Gallup. Let him go. CeeDee Lamb paid out the brakes. It's going to be crazy. Let's take a look at that real quick. CeeDee Lamb. Don't worry, we'll look at some of these players after it's all said and done tonight. Some of their, starting with the Chiefs player if they do draft somebody. Lamb's price to soar. Jerry Jones staying patient with Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Michael Parsons. Yeah, the longer you wait to pay these dudes, bro, the more expensive they're going to be. That's how it works. That's how it's worked for a minute. Let's go. Pick is in for the Jaguars. Here he comes. Let's say Terrion Arnold because they got to get some defense going. They just got to get some. Going to be. You know, D or you're going to help Lawrence. Brian Thomas Jr. That was the other option. Brian Thomas Jr. Good Lord. I was like, do they replace Ridley or do they go defense? They're going to replace Ridley, so they're going to still keep trying to outscore people. That's great. That's a great player for them. Don't get me wrong. That's, but at some point, ask Kansas City, at some point you have to be able to play defense. Man, good for them. All right. That's the thing. The wild card is you have Doug Peterson as your head coach. You have a former quarterback as your head coach. If it's a 50-50 split which way you could go, probably going to go offense. Now that said, let's see what the options are at 32 and which way Andy goes and which way Brett Veach goes. Dallas Cowboys are up now. Come on, this has got to be. I think no line too, though. Do they have a high enough grade on Tyler Guyton? right here. Do they have a high enough grade, or do they think Kingsley's higher? Or, I mean, but Jerry's an Oklahoma guy too. So I'm thinking Tyler Guyton to the Cowboys because they just lost Tyron Smith. They have a big void at left tackle right now. And go ahead and put a 6'7", 322 dude in there. Paul Wilbuilt, high mass blocker, great length and reach, nimble, light-footed, and flexible mover with awe-inspiring recovery athleticism, length, explosive capacity, torquing freedom amount to awesome power capacity. Has incredibly clean pass sets, which yield impressive control. Punches well, like this. I mean, yeah. I think that Tyler Guyton's the move for the Cowboys, but they also need corners. Arian Arnold's sitting there. Where do they put the priority? I think the priority's got to be on protecting Dak. Got to be. I mean, you just had to call better defense last year. Chris White says, "Ah, shit." Brian Thomas Jr. is off the board. I think that's what he's talking about. Durham Chief, it's okay, baby. There's other guys on the board still. We still got a few. I mean, the two Xaviers are still there. Adonai Mitchell's still there. I'm not as high on Adonai. I like Keon Coleman a lot too. Keon Coleman, as I said last night, and Lad McConkey just catches everything. Keon Coleman, I watch his tape and I just like the flashes of Randy Moss that he shows are just, it's creepy. It's freaky. He could be that guy. I don't know how they have Xavier Legette rated so lowly, but I like Xavier Legette a lot. They have him rated, this site I'm looking at with the draft board has him rated lower than Jalen Polk. Come on, let's get serious. Nah, there's no way. They have Franklin lower than Polk as well. I like Franklin over Polk. Polk's a nice receiver, don't get me wrong. I just don't have him listed as special as those other guys. But Chris did say yesterday he doesn't like the drops from Franklin. I didn't know he was a big drop guy, but he says so. He's been more into the draft than I've been. I look mostly at the highlights and try to watch a few games here and there. I saw a really good play from him when I did see him. Saw a couple of. Let's see which way the Cowboys go. And if they go offensive line, does that push the Green Bay Packers then to go, you know, either Kingsley or Jackson Powers Johnson? I got to check what the age is on Packers center, the Packers offensive line, Packers depth chart. Taking a look here at Green Bay's information. No, they just got Myers a couple years ago. They got Myers the same time we got Creed Humphrey, so they're solid at center. Tackle though and guard, they're hurting at guard too. It's just a matter of do they think highly enough? Do they want to put Powers at possibly at guard instead of center? Do the Cowboys take Tyler Guyton? If they don't, one of these next two teams is taking Tyler Guyton. I think it's gonna be the Cowboys, but if the Cowboys don't, the Packers should. I know the Buccaneers could use a center. That could be a slam dunk for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers. Yeah, it's interesting trying to talk during the whole draft. I just wanted to give it halfway through so I could just because I was coming on myself. It's tough enough when you got two people, let alone when you're doing it by yourself. The kid they got, Robert Hainsey, is 4-year veteran from Notre Dame. I mean, he's not, looks like he could be my brother. Other than that, don't think he's like a room mover. Not shaking anybody's foundations as far as name recognition. But I think that if they go for Jackson Powers Johnson, that Hainsey is going to be a back. Powers Johnson. He's the highest rated center in the draft. 6'3", 328. Just a monster, quick accelerator, nimble, great range in space, can load overwhelming, explosive torque into his holding defenders. And he's 21 years old. If I'm picking for these two teams, I'm going Tyler Guyton to the Cowboys, and I'm going Jackson Powers Johnson. Cowboys are trading to the Lions. What? Cowboys are trading to the Lions. What is going on? Wow. That's a bit of a shocker. They must not have a very high grade on these tackles. Did they forget they let Tyron Smith out of the building? Let's see here. That puts the Cowboys back. How many picks? They go back? They go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's brutal because now if I'm Green Bay, I'm taking Tyler Guyton, and if I'm Tampa Bay, I'm taking the center. Taking Powers Jackson. Powers Johnson. Dude, Powers Johnson. And screwing up the Cowboys draft. Unless they just don't have a high draft rate on those guys. And Arizona, Buffalo. Which way is Arizona going? I think Arizona's going defense. And Buffalo's going wide receiver. Just which wide receiver they're going to take. Buffalo, Baltimore, and San Francisco are all concerns wide receiver. Tampa Bay might even be. They should be going O-line. They got to protect. They got to check their investment. Little bearded one. You know what I'm talking about. Baker Mayfield needs more blockers. Right now, the Detroit Lions are picking. Let's give the Detroit Lions Detroit Lions doesn't give you their stated needs. That's lame. This one, I'm doing a simulator from the from PFN, Pro Football Network, and they autofill the first round. I think they all do that now. This one, there's no fees. If you guys want to try it at home, it's fun. But it autofills. I can show you guys that part. Look at that. You can see it's autofilling. It still shows Dallas Cowboys. It doesn't show the needs of the Lions, but I'm pretty sure they need defense. They need to be able to stop people. Let's see. They traded up. Go get somebody. Can't believe only one corner is off the board. Pretty epic. Daniel Jeremiah saying the same thing now. Get to 24 and only one corner is off the board. I mean, if I'm the Lions, it's going to be Terry Arnold right here. See what they say. Now all the panels all saying Terry Arnold now too. Let's see if I joined the gang this time. There's been 2 or 3 picks where I'm just like, they were so not on point. They were starting with Penix. And all of a sudden at the last second, they all jumped on and went, no, it's going to be this guy. It's like, what? You all change gears at the last second before the pick goes in. And then the pick is the guy you just talked about. I think that somebody's tipping them off. Takes kind of the fun out of it. It's almost as bad as when you saw the guys on the phone. Mine's exciting and engaging. And he's getting hugged by all these big dudes, and he just had back surgery. Gotta suck. Okay. He's having a hard time talking. I think he's on painkillers. I think Roger Goodell's on painkillers because I've never heard him have difficulty enunciating during one of these drafts. And he stumbled a bunch. He's like almost Biden-esque tonight. He stumbled a bunch of times. I think he's on some painkillers. I think he's come by honestly because he needs it. You have back surgery, you need some painkillers. Adam's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Aaron Farley's in the chat. Heard Raiders coach is good friends with Washington coach. Heard they drafted Bo Nix as a favor. Would be traded to Raiders later. I mean, but Bo Nix went to the Denver Broncos. I don't know how that's going to work. Here. Terrion Arnold, say it. Say it. Boom, got another one. I'm batting about 80% tonight, guys. I'm batting about 80%. Adam says DeJohn Wiggins. Buddy. No, Terrion Arnold was still there. If he wasn't there, then yeah, one of those guys for sure. But Terrion Arnold should have been gone a while ago. Get that dude at 24. In other years, that's like you're not getting one of the top 3 corners out of the top after the top 15 are over. But all those tackles and wide receivers and quarterbacks, baby, they pushed all that stuff. The problem is for Kansas City, we need tackles and we need wide receivers. And they are part of the group that's being plucked. Not a lot of, finally some D linemen started coming off, some DNs. Now some corners are coming off. That's pushing the Xavier boys down to us. That's pushing Polk down to us. That's pushing Lad McConkey down to us. Do you guys think we go wide receiver in the first round? Does Kansas City actually go wide receiver? If Tyler Guyton's sitting there, if somehow he should not be, there's no way he gets past Green Bay and Tampa Bay. But if he somehow gets past them, I mean, any one of the teams in front of us could use a young tackle. Any one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. So, yeah, I don't think that's happening. But Terrion Arnold's gone. Still says Cowboys on your screen, but it is the Lions. Maybe if I refresh it, it'll go back to, we'll change it to, it's been switching it over to the team that, see the Vikings positions. McCarthy. Another trade up right there. Dallas Turner. Jacksonville. Oh, it's still Cowboys. They'll change it. We'll fix it. We'll upgrade it. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and put him in there. Boink. Terrion Arnold's gone at 24. So now, if I'm the Packers, I'm taking Tyler Guyton. Unless they like one of the other guys better. I thought the Cowboys were going to take Tyler Guyton because Jerry Jones is an Oklahoma guy. Maybe he's heard they're not high on him. Maybe he's heard those other teams aren't as high on him. But he's dropped himself back, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. He's hoping 5 picks later he's still going to get. So one of the top corners is gone. Else could use a corner. One of the top, a couple of the top O linemen are probably going to be gone as well by the time he gets back. But right now we got, really 3 guys left, 4 guys left. Guyton, Powers, Johnson, Sumatai, and maybe Morgan, who you could consider first rounders. Morgan's a stretch. See. Kid's got a pretty fly pink suit on. Excited. Great teeth. Kid's got good chompers. Good smile. He's got very aw shucks kind of energy. He's going to help them win the Super Bowl. Okay. All right. That's what you got to say. You don't want to say anything less than that. What are you going to say? Oh, help us be competitive. Well, I'm going to put us in the race next year. You were in the race last year. Your kids are being crazy tonight, says Adam. Just messaged me back. It's okay, bro. You think we go corner with a 32nd pick, Daryl? I don't think so. I think we're deep enough at corner, even with the loss of L'Jarius Sneed, Williams and Watson, along with McDuffie. Like we have guys that can play. The question is, we need wide receiver help. That's not the question. That's the fact. The question is, will there be an offensive lineman, offensive tackle that we really like? Still go there. And then now that Terrion Arnold's off the board, we're looking at, what are we looking at here? Arizona could go DB. Buffalo could go DB. They just lost Tre'Davious White. They lost some other guys. Dallas, like I said, had a guy injured last year, their starter, and then Higgs' brother was injured last year, and then Gilmore's getting old. Baltimore always just grabs corners whenever they can. San Francisco, I mean, San Francisco's got a few needs, so it'd be interesting to see which way they go. Terry Arnold, I think he's the best corner. Just technician, not a rocket up his butt or anything, but just coverage, just smart. He doesn't waste a lot of steps. So if you run a 4-3-4, 4-3-5 or a 4-4-2, something like that, and you're not technically sound playing in the secondary, you waste steps. And every time you waste a step, you take a couple tenths of a second off of your, or a couple hundredths of a second off of your speed. You cause yourself to have to make extra steps to make up for those. So if you go 2 steps out of position, you got to go 2 to 3 steps just to get back to where you're supposed to be. So it kind of slows you down, basically. If you're a technician and you're on guys like glue, 4-5 looks like 4-3-5. 4-4 looks like 4-3 flat. Like you look faster. Because you're not wasting steps. Now, if it's just a guy running past you straight down the field, there's no makeup area, there's no area where he's got to make a move, you're going to get roasted by 4-3 guys, genuine 4-3 players. You're going to be there, you're going to be in range, but you're not going to be able to stay with them. But when there's any kind of breaking routes or any kind of double moves and stuff like that, guys that can cover you like white on rice, it gets really hard to get off of guys that run 4-5. Speaking from experience, trust me, they you think the guy's attached to you. Seems like a really good kid. I like him a lot. Green Bay's pick is in. If they don't go Tyler Guyton here, I'm surprised. I'll be surprised. Losing Bakhtiari, they got to protect their young quarterback. They got a lot of weapons already. I mean, they got some decent guys on defense. See what it is. They lost the safety though. They could go Cooper DeJean, but I think it's gonna be Guyton. Oh, got it in there, Kamish. And hosts. Jordan Morgan. Wow. The guy I thought was like a periphery first round pick. They're launching him way up there. 6'5", 311. All right. I like those guys with multiple knee braces, I'll tell you that. Okay. I did not have him rated higher than Guyton, that's for sure. Nope. And that's the thing. Maybe Dallas knows something we don't know. Maybe Dallas's scouts are talking to scouts from other teams, getting a little inside information, a little inside trader, whatever information, and finding out that this guy might slide to them still. Still 4 more picks away, though. Let's see here. So, again, pick the right position, wrong guy. Flavor of the month. Which kind of coffee do you like? You know, it's what they needed. They needed a tackle. So now they've taken all the way down here. Jordan Morgan's off the board. Interesting. 6'5", 311. That's a good balanced size. These commercials are killing me. Take that out of my ear for a second. Songs are way down. That's like in my ear so loud. Let me know if you guys aren't hearing anything, if everything's okay. I don't want the TV to be in the background. As long as you guys can hear me. Let's see here. You messaged me back. Let me see what your message says, bruh. Let me see what your message says, bruh. You want to jump in before we pick? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're suggesting, Adam? We can make that happen. Always fun to have somebody to talk to, bounce ideas off of. I know your kids are acting crazy though, so that's a problem. That's understandable too. But if they went to bed, never know. Waiting for my Facebook messages. I hate Facebook's phone. Mark Zuckerberg. It's my rosy red rectum. Bud Light Genie. Okay, come on. Wrong one. Go to this thing. You have multiple Facebook accounts. It like takes time to open. What do you guys think of the draft so far? Has it kind of gone the way you thought it would go? Besides the Michael Penix shock, I don't think anybody had that. Nobody had. That's the bracket breaker right there. Going in that position. Chris White, Germ Chief, just texted me, said this board is falling well for us. It is, my friend. It is. It could get smashed really bad on us in the next 5 picks, but it's so far so good. Knock on wood. It's falling very nicely for us right now. Then it's just a matter of, is Veach thinking like we're thinking? Secondly, what are you doing up? You said you're going to be sleeping. We could have been live right now. Chris, damn it. Are you just checking your phone and laying in bed checking your phone? Because I do that sometimes too. When I wasn't doing shows, I would always stay there. Having lost Calvin Ridley, Festival Jaguars had another. Yeah, I mean that was just a no-brainer. Brian Thomas, great pick. Man, seeing all the I've been trying to avoid Twitter because Albert Breer and Schefter, they want to like announce it before they say it on the network, which I hate. Like, can you just stop being spoilers and let the thing get announced first and then say it? Serial says hadn't seen much movement tonight. No, Minnesota is the only one really moving so far. Yeah, this thing's not working. Let me know in the chat what you said, Adam. If you wanted to jump in the show, I can bring in the show and we can do that Chiefs pick together. It's not for whatever reason letting me open another Facebook account. It's weird. The app just keeps wanting to log out. Try to do it on the. Oh, I can't do it on the. Got my show. Oh, I can't show you guys that. Will definitely get me kicked off the internet, the interwebs. Let's stay on there, right? Jordan Morgan. Okay, so Jackson Powers Johnson is the best center in this draft. Do they want to go defense? Do they want to go offensive line? Do they think Graham Barton would make a better center for them? Interesting. Pre-existing experience at center and projected versatility across all 5 O-line spots. Oh, short arm length. They don't like that. They could also go Tyler Guyton. I mean, right now, let me see. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks before us. And right now there are, I mean, really one, but not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, maybe 8. I'd even go 9, but he's not going around. 9, 10. There's 10 or 11 players. I mean, I'd be pretty happy with in the first round. It's just a matter of, is the Chiefs board falling the way my brain is falling? 11. There's 11 or 12 guys actually that I'd be pretty pleased with. I mean, guys like Morgan, the corners, the edges, all the quarterbacks, the D tackles, those guys that came off the board, all pushed the tight end, all pushed down the guys that I want to see available when Kansas City picks. Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze, those are all like hits. Any wide receiver of that caliber going off the board, Brian Thomas Jr., that's a miss. That's guys I would have loved to see been available for the Kansas City Chiefs, but knew they weren't going. Here we go. Go center. Gotta go center, Bucks. Gotta go center. Question is, like Barton better than Powers or Powers better than Barton? Barton. It's Barton. Boom. There we go. Short arms and all. They don't care. Collective groan inside the Dallas draft room. Hey, you could have taken him. You traded out of your spot. I don't think the collective groans as loud as you think there, Daniel Jeremiah. I think they're doing that because they want Guyton. They're showing some flash of fakeness. But right now, honestly, Dallas should have their pick right now. Like, so there's 3 picks. There's 2 picks ahead of them. They should, on their board, Nate Wiggins, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Guyton, and Powers Jackson. Any one of those 4, Dallas has got a great first round. All positions of need, all guys that start right away. So maybe even Newton, put a guy, plug that little monster tackle in the middle. But yeah, I think they either go center or tackle or corner. I mean, they need a corner too. Wiggins is sitting right there. Just be so surprised that they don't go Tyler Guyton though, just because of the Oklahoma connection with Jerry Jones. Just catching up here. Let me watch this one. Pro Football Talk. By the way, any of you guys watch PFT whatever this morning with Florio and Sims? Did you hear the crap that Florio was saying about? He was talking shit about the movie Draft Day. I enjoy that movie. Draft Day has become my draft day version of what Draft Day, what Christmas Vacation is to Christmas. I watch it every year. I enjoy watching Draft Day every year before the draft. Right, I came home today after work. Right before the draft, I watched it. Here we go. We got the pick in. Cardinals going edge. They're calling him a tackle. Calling him a tackle. 6'5", 285. I mean, they looking at using him like a Turk Wharton type of guy. He's been an edge with Missouri, but 35-inch arms is ridiculous, though. Elite lean mass. Good for them. That's another guy we're not going to have to worry about. Buffalo will go wide receiver. Question is, which wide receiver? If they don't go wide receiver, Bills Mafia is going to go nuts. Who do you think they want? Do they want Adonai Mitchell? Do they want Xavier Worthy? Do they want Xavier Legette? Do they go freak with Keon Coleman? Do they like Lad McConkey? They want like another what was the Bailey, the little blonde guy. They want another guy like that. I think Lad's actually a little bit bigger. I think they're gonna go wide receiver, and I think I mean, I'd be surprised if they don't go Xavier Worthy just because of speed. Let's see here. Buffalo Bills, Cowboys, Ravens, Niners, us. Going playoffs mode, folks. We're in playoffs mode. The Mizzou boy, he's off the board. Congratulations, Darius Robinson. Let's see here. If I can find you on there yet. Adam. I just open. Up. New meeting. Want to jump in? Jump in. Not, that's cool. Twitter. Oops. Won't do that. In there. Let's go to Twitterverse. We're gonna open up Twitter at the end of the show real quick and go open up X rather. I gotta stop calling it that. It's not Twitter anymore. Twitter's dead. It's X now. They still say log into Twitter on the site. It's annoying, I tell you. Elon's trying to get that thing back right. Freedom of speech. Good for it. Go here. Do I even have you on here, Adam? No, I think I just have you on Facebook. Leave that open anyway, because, for later. Facebook. See if this works. This one. Come on, work. There it goes. Working now. Chat says here. Can't manage around my phone. Around my phone. I'll send you the thing anyway. If you want to jump in, you jump in, buddy. I'll hear the thing go. Dun, dun. Not cool. Still cool. Still cool, bro. If you want to join me to celebrate the Kansas City Chiefs draft pick, we could do that. Cool. Let's see. Another big long dude. That dude's tall. There's our boys. There's our family. What's up, boys? I see you, Clark. We should trade up. Woo! Woo! The Kansas City Chiefs just traded up, baby. Oh, yeah. Wow. Now, do we go tackle? Do we go wide receiver? What did we use? What did we give up to trade up? We trade up with the Bills? I don't want to give them anything extra. I mean, I know they gave us Patrick Mahomes, so I don't even want to, but they did. This is crazy. We're up. Chiefs are on the board, folks. Get off of that screen before we get jumped on by the internet police. Kansas City Chiefs are on the board. Let's refresh this and see if it shows us our logo. Enters the solo draft. Again, we do this. Once maybe it'll fix it. Show us the arrowheads, you know. Come on. Come on. What do you got? La la la. La la la. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Getting there. You're almost there. Now it still shows the Bills. All right. I mean, it's a matter of the board. It's all about the board right now. Who do we got? Rated the highest. Do they want to go fastest guy in the draft with Xavier Worthy? Do they want to go the receiver that I just liked a lot? I just love his skill set. People look at these receivers, okay? And they go, oh, well, Malik Neighbors because of this. And Rome Odunze because of that. And Brian Thomas Jr. because of that. Xavier Legette didn't have any of those quarterbacks thrown to him. It's Spencer Rattler thrown to him. Okay? Spencer Rattler, who happens to still be on the board, by the way. Spencer Rattler, who very well might become a Raiders. Don't be surprised if the Raiders trade into the final spot in the draft, first round. Grab Spencer Rattler. That could happen. Because they need quarterback help still. Gardner Minshew is not the answer, and neither is Aiden O'Connell. Not long term. People said a lot of people projected AD Mitchell to us. I don't want character issues. People said maturity issues. There's like rumors of that. Even the hint of that, I'm not comfortable with that. Does Andy want his BYU guy? Do you want Kingsley? Kingsley 6'4", 326, superlative explosive threat off the line. Generates bristling momentum into contact. Carries great size, mass, and length. Uses those dimensions in concert to channel power. Has displacement potential to plow linemen out of gaps with burst and length. Plays with good knee bend and pass protection, which helps smooth weight transfers. Shows glimpses of advanced upper-lower synergy and coordination in pass protection. Mahler with a full season of starting experience at both left and right tackle. Still has room to cut down bad weight. Be more consistent sequencing power extensions. Sometimes bends at the waist while driving. Don't like that. Have the elite core strength to nullify rushers. It's all stuff that can be worked on. I want a receiver, bro. Am I wrong to want Xavier Worthy or Xavier Legette to be a Kansas City Chief right here? I wouldn't complain. I wouldn't have any problems with Keon Coleman either. I don't think Andy's going to go with the big, long, super long wide receiver. I think Jonathan Baldwin ruined him for tall, long receivers in the first round. Unfortunately. Let's see. Could be tackle. I mean, he's the guy I drafted on my fantasy on my Madden football team. The guy I created. The only player I created for the Kansas City Chiefs was Xavier Worthy. The more I looked at the draft, the more I liked Xavier Legette just because of his multitudinous skill set. Xavier's fast. Xavier Worthy is fast. Xavier Legette is fast and big and strong and can block the crap out of people. A little more diverse skill set. But let's see what Andy does. And Brett Veach, of course. Here we go. Would like Xavier Legette. I'm going to go back off of this for a second so we're not just broadcasting the show because I don't want to get kicked. Go ahead and refresh this. See if it gives me my Chiefs. It probably won't till after we've drafted. It's not official, I guess, until after the draft pick goes in. Hey, hey. All right. Let's go, kid. Yeah, Goodell's definitely on painkillers. You can hear it in his voice. Go, kid. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Yes. Back champs. Xavier Worthy is the Kansas City Chief, motherfuckers. What's up? What's up? Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Cheers. Salute. It's gonna get crazy, y'all. It's gonna get crazy. Boom. I got my wish. I wanted a Xavier. We got Mr. Worthy. Mr. Legette's still on the board. Not saying he's going to be there in round 2 if we have a round 2 pick, but he might be. You never know. This dude, the comparison to Deshaun Jackson was actually right on point. And a guy like with his speed as like a reverse man and the new kickoff return rules and stuff, he's got so much versatility now in that respect. But just as far as speed, I mean, he's going to learn from Hollywood Brown. We probably won't be able to re-sign Hollywood Brown. Look at this roster. Look at this starting 5. Patrick with Pacheco, Worthy, Marquise Brown, and Travis Kelce. I'm just saying, Rasheed, you better get your crap together, bro, because you could find yourself out of a job pretty quick. I love what he did for us last year. He made a mistake. He's a young man. He can fix it. But there's going to be people taking big chunks off your plate while you're gone. Your heart's beating. Let's go, says Adam. Heck yeah. You know it, baby. Here we go. Oh, crap. Well, it's too warm to wear a jersey. I was going to wear a jersey tonight just to remind people whatever happens in this pick. Now, we did get a guy I wanted, so it's okay. But I wanted to remind everybody, and Adam is key to this. He said, fuck it, moved up and did what he had to do to get his guy. Heck yeah. And that's not a reach, bro. That's not a reach. That's prime position for this guy to go. He could have been gone 6 picks ago, 7 picks ago, easily, and not been a reach. I'm surprised that Baltimore or somebody didn't jump. I think that they were thinking Baltimore was going to grab him. He's just a lightning kid. I put him on Madden, and it just like he opens up so much of the field because he's so fast that guys are like spreading wider. They spread the net a lot wider to try to encapsulate him. He's going to give us something we haven't had since Tyreek left. You know, we have some fast guys, but this guy's different fast. All right, here we go. Boom. Xavier Worthy at 28 is off the board. This garbage. Refresh this off my screen. Come on, fix it. Come on now. Cowboys have an extra 3rd rounder. Oh. So Baltimore's up. I would not be surprised if Xavier Legette goes right here. They could go Wiggins too. They need corners. Let's see what the Baltimore Ravens do. Oh, sorry, Cowboys. Gotta be Guyton. There it is. Called it. Told you. Oklahoma, Jerry Jones. I knew he was gonna get him. Dude, I'm like rocking on all cylinders tonight. I'm hitting, gotta be like 90%. I'll do the math after, but it's gotta be like 90%. Not a shock. Not a shock. So Xavier Worthy's gone there. And Tyler Guyton's gone there. And the Baltimore Ravens are on the board. Baltimore Ravens. I think it would be stupid not to grab Leggett or one of those guys. I mean, this is the problem. I have Leggett rated higher than a lot of people have. So, you know, they might like Franklin because of his speed. They like guys like that. Leggett's the guy that's the closest to AJ Brown in this draft. I think they would like that with their run game. Good blocking wide receiver. I hate that for him though, because you waste maybe AD Mitchell, because AD Mitchell's rated high by a lot of experts, quote unquote. I'm excited. I'm getting these picks right. I didn't have Darius Robinson because I didn't call a pick for the Cardinals. I forgot all about that. Give me 1 second. You guys enjoy. I'm gonna put the screen on for a second. I gotta let my dog up before she pees in my room. Hang on. All right, let's see here. All right, let's go back over here. Now, do they go inside? Do they take this massive human, 6'3", 328? Thick-bodied, wide load, strong, play center and guard. Baltimore Ravens. Think like a Raven. They just lost 2 of their running backs. Interesting. They need a lot of help. I don't know if they're going wide receiver again 2 years in a row, though. The pro experts seem to think they're going wide receiver again. I wouldn't be surprised if they go Powers Johnson right here. They need O-line help. Let's see where they go. I want to hear what Daniel Jeremiah's got to say. Oh, Linderbaum's their center. Okay, so they should be all right at center. Interesting. If they go corner, Wiggins is kind of small though. I don't know if they like that size. 173. Cooper DeJean though, 6'2", 203. They might go Cooper. Kool-Aid. I mean, Kool-Aid's the guy. Alabama. McKinstry. I think it's gonna be McKinstry. Interesting. I'm listening to all the commentary these guys have to say. I think it's gonna be Kool-Aid. I think they're gonna dig the nickname and they're gonna get enamored with the skill set. He's an Alabama guy. He's got good size, 5'11", almost 200 pounds. He's long, easy accelerator, effortless explosiveness, it says. They want speed. They want guys that can cover people. Let's go Kool-Aid McKinstry for Baltimore. Let's see what they say. I mean, you know, just depends on whether they got the corners rated higher than the O-line at this point, you know, because everybody can always use O-line. I know they can as well. They need guards, tackle, whatever. Do they have Wiggins rated higher even though he's small? Do they have DeJean rated higher because of his versatility? I think Kool-Aid McKinstry's the guy. Come on, announce it. Let's go, Roger. Roger staggering out. Poor man. His back. Feel bad for him. Max no joke now. Let's see what this says here. Select Nate Wiggins. They went with the small guy. We called corner. I couldn't get my head around it. I was like, I like Clemson. I like corner. Just 173 though. Yes, they look at Zay Flowers and they go, he's small and he's fast and he's strong. He can stay solid. Why can't the corner do it too? Well, part of his job is hitting people on every play. Nate. Good pickup. Gonna be a pain in the butt. Gonna be a pain in the butt. He's small though. He's small. He won't be the guy they're going to be depending upon to tackle Travis Kelce. That's not going to happen. So it is Nate Wiggins. All right, they go with the small guy. Back and forth on that one a lot. I don't like doing that. I like to pick a guy and stay with it. Is this the Johnny Newton off right here? Is this where Johnny Newton goes? He's not the size that San Fran usually likes, but he's got some skill, man. They've lost some defensive linemen. The priorities, it says tackle, corner, D tackle, guard, and edge. I don't know if they have Kingsley and Haynes rated higher. Excuse me. But I mean, if it was my team, I'd be taking Johnny Newton. That's me. You know, I don't know what's going on inside the head of the 49ers brass. Yes, I want to watch. Give me my show back. Go. I'm gonna leave this music on for you for a second while I go let my stupid dog in. Food for a little bit and get back to you guys. Like commercial. I'm liking this draft. This draft is falling like a. It still says Buffalo Bills. Let me see if I can fix that. Let's get that Chiefs logo up there, yo. What's up? Want to see it? I want to see it. Let's see it. This thing load up, and for maybe for giggles, I'll throw the game on. You guys can see I've got Worthy on the Chiefs in Madden because he's on there. I was like, I think he's gonna be the guy. I think he's gonna be the guy. I like Leggett, but I think Worthy's gonna be the guy because that's speed. And then we got Hollywood Brown. I was like, maybe not. Maybe it's gonna be Leggett, but Worthy. I mean, that speed is different. There it is. There it is. Booyah, Xavier Worthy. Chiefs logo. Love it. Love it. Love it. Oh yeah. What I'm talking about. You go ahead and take a shot of that. Screenshot. Draft results. Boom. Love it. Let's see here. And Nate Wiggins went to the Baltimore Ravens. So come on. Do the thing. Do the thing. What are you doing? This. Boom. There we go. Okay, now I can do it. Okay. That. Now we screenshot it. Boom. 49ers are next on the. Oh, Buffalo's trading up? No. 49ers pick is in. The 49ers pick is in fast. Tackle, corner, D tackle, guard, edge. Is this the Kool-Aid spot? Or is this the Jackson Powers spot? Or do they reach for a tackle? Not reach, but do they take the next best tackle in the draft? Kingsley. 6'4", 326. Nothing wrong with that. Great size, mass, and length. I mean, I think it should be Kingsley for the Niners. If they go receiver here, then Ayuk could be out the door, or it could be, you know, just playing this year out. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Rappaport got a lot to say about it. Doing a lot of talking. What do we got in the chat? Let me see the chat here, guys. I'm sorry. Gary Holland's in the chat. Dan, is this going to be McCole Hardman number 2? No, buddy. This is going to be a different cat. Xavier Worthy's got some ridiculous speed. You're afraid he was going to give up too much. What did he give up? What, you don't like the trade. Okay, let's see what the trade was. Chiefs trade up for Worthy. The Chiefs trade up 2024. Let's see. 13 minutes ago, 14 minutes ago. Let's see what NBC Sports said. All right, the Chiefs traded. Okay, up to Buffalo from number 32 to number 28. Took Xavier Worthy. Worthy ran a 4.21, ridiculously fast 40. We know that. That doesn't say the pick information. That sucks. Thank you for nothing. Next, let's try this guy. Sports Illustrated, what do you got to say? Boom, Mr. Speed, what's up? The Chiefs sent picks number 32, 95, and 221 for 28, 133, and 248. So we traded back in 2 rounds and traded up in 1. That's not horrible. We traded back, though, 38 spots, and then we traded back 27 spots there. Okay. All right. I'm giving the 49ers Kingsley Sumatai. Sumatai. What's going to be? Are you that interested in tackle? Or are you going to go wide receiver and freak everybody out? Ricky Pearsall. Okay. The second breaking of the draft has occurred. Wow. Like way off the reservation. 6'1", 189. Excellent hands. Route polish. Michael Gallup comp. I think he's better than Michael Gallup. Send her in here. She was eating her food. Lucy. Come here, girl. Come on, baby. Come here, girl. Good girl. I know you're a good girl. I know you're a good girl. Come here, baby. No, come here. We're going to say hello. Hang on a second. Come here, Lucy. Come here. Licking her crotch. I'm going to leave her alone right now. All right. Ricky Pearsall. That's a man. Holy. All right. 49ers got plans, I guess. Interesting. I think there's going to be some disappointed 49er fans, though. I don't think you had to. That would have been one where I'm like, I like the player. You didn't have to reach like that. You didn't have to get him there. It's way early for Pearsall. Way early. Smart, reliable. He's like Ladd McConkey. I like Ladd McConkey's skill set too. He's not particularly special in any given area, though. He's just a good player. Good football player. That's great. That's wonderful. Can you burn people all the way down the field? No, Xavier Worthy can. Can you smash people in the run game and still make like contested catches? Xavier Leggett can. Keon Coleman can. I don't love first round picks of guys that are just okay. They're just good football players. Good football players, you need them. You need a bunch of them. You need some special guys too, though. All right, let's go Bills. What do you got, Buffalo? Bills Mafia. Bills Mafia is on the board. Final pick of the first round. Carolina's traded up. Buffalo's traded out of the first round. Wow. The Bills have traded out of the first round. Dude. Okay, Sean McDermott. Go ahead and Bills Mafia are going to be pissed. Right. The talent that's still on the board and Bills Mafia is just accruing draft picks. It could be great. They could do a really good job of doing that. Or they could miss out on the best players in the draft. I don't know. I mean, when you got guys reaching for Ricky Pearsall, Dude, I'm just saying. It's interesting. Let's just say that. So Ricky Pearsall's gone to the Niners, and the Bills have traded out of the round. Hey, what are you doing? No. Down, girl. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. All right, Carolina. Does Carolina go for a weapon? What does Carolina do? Wasn't expecting to talk about Carolina tonight, but here we are. Here we sit. Here we be. All positions available. Man. I'm looking at the players on the board at the top right now. Man, interesting. What do you guys got in the chat? What are you thinking for Carolina? Bills traded again. Yeah, Gary Holland, I think you're going to be really happy with Xavier Worthy. Watch, we're going to watch some of his footage after this. Don't worry. Hopefully Adonai Mitchell for the Carolina Panthers. Maybe. They got Deontay Johnson and Robert Hunt, Damian Lewis, Ashawn Robinson. They got some O-line, they got a D-line guy, they got a wide receiver. They still need more weapons. A couple linebackers. They could use a number one wide receiver, like another addition. I think AD Mitchell's a good call, honestly. Try to refresh this one more time. See if it's cut up yet. Lost Laviska Shenault, Hayden Hurst. Where did Shenault go? Is he just a free agent or is he on somebody's roster right now? Let me see here. Laviska Shenault. Did he go to the Jaguars again? Seahawks? Seahawks. Wow, okay. I didn't know that. Laviska Shenault's a Seahawk? Wow. Interesting. That's how not up on things I am right now. Okay. Man. This draft is the Ricky Pearsall and Michael Penix, those were the just hand grenades in the clock. Just forget it. Just we're gonna break the machine. You go center or corner right here, you're dancing. Go Kool-Aid McKinstry. Just get him off the board. Give him some love. Cool nickname. No. Xavier Legette. There he is. He went number 32 as I posted earlier tonight, but not to us. The two Xaviers are off the board. We got one. We got the speed burner. I'll miss not having Xavier Legette in the fold, but I'll be happy with Xavier Worthy. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Patrick Mahomes is getting more weapons. Hopefully that's going to continue. Going back to the draft picks, let's go take a look at this again. So, number 95, we sent away. That's a third rounder for 133. So 30, 60, 96. So we're trading a third rounder for a fourth rounder. And then we're swapping, looks like sixth rounders, 200s, or seventh rounders. Okay. So we traded a third for a fourth to go up 4 spots. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Or is that a fifth rounder, 133? Let me see here. Let me go draft order. Throw all those guys. See here. Just that's the original. That's the initial rankings for guys. Let me see here. Got it here somewhere. Okay, that's that one. I'll keep that one open. Round 2. So we didn't give up our round 2 pick. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're still on the board in round 2. We still got our round 2 pick. That's awesome. That's huge. Love it. We're still picking at 64. We gave up 95, so we won't have our third rounder. And we got 133. Which is, yeah, 4th rounder. So we traded our pick at the late 3rd round for a pick in the late 4th round. That's a big drop, but it's only 1 round. It's not horrible. And then the 200 and change, we went from top of the 7th round to virtually bottom of the 7th round. I'm 10 picks from the bottom. So we swapped 7th rounders and we traded a 3rd round for a 4th round to go up 4 spots in the 1st round and get Xavier Worthy. And we still have our 2nd round pick tomorrow. Taking a look at some of the guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the NFL Network's broadcast. Taking a look at some of the guys that are still on the board. I mean, we're picking again in not too many picks away right now. Go ahead and refresh this one more time, and it should have that updated for the draft, 1st round. See here, Kool-Aid still on the board. Cooper still on the board. Johnny Newton still on the board. Adonai Mitchell, Powers Jackson, Deion Coleman, Kingsley Sumatai still on the board. Christian Haynes, Tyler Nubin, Lad McConkey, TJ Tampa, Zach Frazier, Trey Benson, Adisa Isaac, Jalen Polk, Max Melton, Ricky Arrojo. I don't know how to say his name at all. I really don't. What happened here? Okay, so I do whatever I did there. Gotta backtrack this. The mock draft simulator. Do that one more time. I'm not gonna press anything this time. Let it just flesh itself out. So we definitely got a guy I love, that Xavier Worthy. So going over here, message thing here. Yeah, Chris White said this board is falling well with us. Love our 1st rounder. Let's go. Okay. Now going back to Lance Moser, like my post. Yeah, I was bitching at the panel. I'm like, I call foul. I call party foul. You guys aren't playing fair. I'll show you what some of the stuff I was looking at was. So going down. Okay. So I said, okay. Right away, I said, the first 4 are probably going to be what they're going to be. The Patriots should take a tackle unless they really feel certain about one of these top QBs. I guess they felt really certain about Drake May, so they went and got Drake May. Spoiler alert: I did this. Kansas City Chiefs select Xavier Legette. Got the last name wrong. Got this right. The KCSN had a thing, a little engine that was like flipping through players. You just take a photo of it, and it would freeze on one of the players. And that came up on the 3rd try. I was like, that's cool. I would have put that up there just to mess with people. This is it here. This is the thing here. So you click on it and it stops at a player, First one I had was the running back out of Texas, who's still on the board, by the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. gone. Dunze gone. Still on the board. Still on the board. Gone. Still on the board. Gone. Still on the board. Gone. Still on the board. Still, we already covered him. Still on the board. Yeah, it's just the randomness of it all. Yeah, anyway, it's fun if you want to go play with it. I said, okay, so we're only 4 picks in, and you blew it. Rich Eisen called Marvin Harrison one of the top quarterbacks that Ohio State has ever produced. 4th pick in the draft, and you're already losing it? Come on, Rich. Come on, man. I said, that's it. It's all gravy from here on out, though. Your Persian flaw is in the rug. You already made your mistake. The rest of it's gravy. I said, with the 4th pick, the best wide receiver in the 2024 NFL draft is off the board. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. I'm sorry, but Marvin Harrison Jr., for my money, best wide receiver in this draft. Takes right after his dad, only bigger and longer. Kid's gonna be crazy good. The JC Latham fits to where's my Charger comment? Oh, that was on somebody else's. So on Lexi Osborne's page, I commented that the Chargers are going to take Joe Alt. They're not. Let me find it. Go to my page. This. How does it work? Click on this. I always have trouble finding the replies. So let's see. Find it. Let me find it. Where are you? Oh wow, some of this stuff is gone. A lot of it's gone on replies. Go down here. I said people kept saying wide receiver to them. I said, how does Jim Harbaugh not protect the best QB he's ever had as a head coach? I'd hate to see it, but if I'm the Chargers, it's Joe Alt. There are a lot of wide receivers in this draft. And I think that was a response to Seth Kaiser. Seth had I'll find that one after. And then I said, boom, called it. You're welcome. Just makes sense. It just makes sense. It just does. And I said, Malik Neighbors going to go to the Giants. Could give them another weapon, but will they go wide receiver 2 years in a row? They did go to him. And then Titans, I said JC Latham fits the Titans too well here. They got to go offensive tackle. They did. Called that one. Thanks. I started tracking after the first 4 certainties. 2 for 2 so far. Now is like 4 for 4. And then Seth said, "That's great, but who does Justin Herbert throw to?" I said, "Come on, Seth. There are a lot of wide receiver options in this draft. He needs to be upright to complete passes. Bookend stud offensive tackles will go a long way to helping that happen. He was hurried, buried, and hit a lot last season. Justin Herbert's going to have time to throw." Yeah, Seth said, "Whomst is Justin Herbert going to throw it to?" Might I inquire? Whoever's on the roster at wide receiver and tight end, because now he's going to have tackles that can actually block for him. Stone Cold Julie wanted Joe Alt. So did I, but there's no way it was going to happen. I said predicted it, but yes, it's still disappointing. 3 for 3. Now will Atlanta go defense and grab a big boy, D-tackle Young, or stay in Georgia with another weapon for Kirk or take Bowers? I'm going to say they get a weapon for Cousins, but it's Rome Odunze. And instead, they break everyone's brains and they get Michael Penix. Atlanta Falcons. Nice pick. But what? Okay. All right. I said I was frustrated because like everybody in the panel was saying different stuff, and then at the last second before they announced the pick, they all start saying, "You know what though? Michael Penix makes a lot of sense." Michael Penix made no sense there at all because they just signed Kirk Cousins for $1 gajillion and extended contract, so it didn't make sense. You're all full of crap. Somebody told you in your ear it's Michael Penix, and they all course corrected, and then a second later they said, "Oh, it's Michael Penix." So I put, okay, these guys in the panel are being notified 100%. Everything was leading D-line or a weapon. At the last second, they, to a man, agree it's going to be QB Michael Penix. Don't get me wrong. I like this kid. Pick's a very good move, but the panel's being told. Cheaters. I say cheaters because like we're all supposed to be guessing, right? Then I said, and if I'm the Bears, it's Rome here. It's got to be Rome Odunze. And we're back on track 4 to 5 so far after the first 4 that everybody got. I says Minnesota trading up, likely JJ McCarthy. Boom, it was JJ McCarthy. The Jets got to be thinking offensive tackle, protect Rodgers. I'm guessing Taliese, Huaga. They went with what's his name? Juana, I think, instead. So I had the right guy, right position, but they went with a different guy than I thought. Still 2 Xaviers on the board. I want Xavier wide receiver for KC. Long way to go. Yeah, I said got the right position, wrong guy. They take Olu Fushanu. I'm guessing they feel Taliese is more of a guard, but then another team picked him later, so I don't think they do that thing. And then I was surprised with the Broncos because I thought the Broncos might go Brian Taylor Jr. to replace Jerry Jeudy. They just signed Zach Wilson. I thought, you know what? Zach Wilson is Sean Payton's reclamation project. He's going to try to Drew Brees him and make him the quarterback he should be. And they still have him. Then they went ahead and drafted a quarterback anyway, get Bo Nix, which, I mean, could be just a super savvy, let's not let the Raiders get him move, which is a dick move, but I dig it. So now they've got Jared Stidham, Zach Wilson, and Bo Nix in Denver, and the Raiders don't. So that's interesting. And then the Raiders go, let's get a weapon for Gardner Minshew, and they draft Brock Bowers. I think that, and they go and grab him 2 picks before the Colts can grab him. I think his floor is Dallas Clark 2.0. I think his ceiling is George Kittle 2.0. Brock Bowers is going to be a weapon. Watch out. I said the Saints should replace Michael Thomas. I thought, replace him with Brian Thomas Jr. right here. If not, Derek Carr might say, darn it. And they all say offensive tackle, the panel, and then shocker, it's an offensive tackle instead. So instead of replacing Michael Thomas, they go O-line. All right, sure. Who's, pray tell, is Derek Carr going to throw to? I thought it could be an O-line run right here because they just took offensive tackle for whatchamacallums. Why is this showing me like this? Where did my list go? Full results. There we go. Yeah, the Saints took Taliesin Fuaga. There's Fuaga there. But they went D-line. Colts went Latu, which he shouldn't have been on the board anymore. That's a great pick for them. That's one right there. Let's go there. That's the first edge off the line. Let's see, the draft has been equal parts promising and frustrating. 6 QBs picked. Basically puts Casey's pick at number 26, but then the run on old offensive tackles and wide receivers getting snatched. But there's still a lot of options. I was still feeling positive. I thought it might be Terrion Arnold going to the Colts. They went Latu instead. It might be time to go live. Colts go pass rusher. DB will have to wait. Latu is a serious threat. Great pick. They're going to have him chasing CJ Stroud all over the place. Last night in the mock, we had Johnny Newton going to Seattle, but Byron Murphy was off the board. I think it should be D tackle, but who do they like better? Sure enough, they go D tackle. They take Byron Murphy. Chris White, you and I were right on point, buddy. Yeah. So we're nailing it. We're like 90%. Minnesota's back on the clock. Will they go for an edge? Sure enough, they do. Dallas Turner. Boom. Nailed another one. We know football here, folks. Okay. This channel knows football. I'm not just playing the role. This is something I did for a long time. Got hardware. Now, mind you, my little ring right here, I was at an audition the other day, and there was a guy there was a former Calgary Stampeder. His ring was the size of a pizza box. His hand was like a big, I was like, damn, dude, I didn't expect to have ring envy at an audition. I thought Cincinnati might be the first DB off the board. And I thought maybe they'd get sneaky, and if they grabbed Brian Thomas Jr., that would let us know that T. Higgins is on the way out the door. Instead, the O-line is the last second. The panel again was calling O-line, and surprised they go offensive tackle. They went with Mims. That's a good pick for them. But they're going to have like 3 offensive tackles that are all starters supposedly. And last year or 2, the starters couldn't protect Joe Burrow to begin with. So, and I was at the Bengals game in Kansas City when Browning got harassed, harangued, and horndoggled all over the place for the last half of that football game. We smoked him. Was great. I thought the LA Rams might get their next D tackle and Johnny Newton. Instead, they went edge. It's okay. Get an edge. It's fine. But, I mean, you're not that you're going to replace Aaron Donald anyway. He's different. But, I thought they might go, defensive tackle to try to get a really talented guy in there. Francesca Lathrop says, the Bills literally need a receiver. LOL. I'm so confused. Who's this person? Is she Bills Mafia? Definitely pointing for the photos, that's for sure. Maybe they're Kansas City Chiefs go Royals. She's one of ours. Okay. Welcome to the loop. I'm already following her. Okay. Apparently it's not mutual. That's great. But I will respond. I'm going to say, I know. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? Anyway, Lexi says the Bills really just let us draft Xavier Worthy. Are you serious? Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, TBD. Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco. Who is stopping this three-peat? We're not done, Lexi. We're not done. They're going to draft a running back. They're going to draft another wide receiver. They might draft another tight end. We're not done. Jason Dunn said he was jumping in right now 24 minutes ago. Come see us. Tell us what you think. We just got the Roadrunner here. Woo. Beep, beep. Exactly. 101 billion, 1 trillion%. And Chris says, yeah, I'd rather an X, but hey, I'm good with it. You better be good with it, dude. We got some serious speed out there. And there are X's still on the board to be drafted. So we'll see what happens. Falcons pulling off the biggest first-round shocker, taking Washington quarterback Michael Penix Jr. with the number 8 pick and stunning incumbent quarterback Kirk Cousins. Here's the thing. I did not understand the hatred this kid was getting. Oh, he's already 24. Okay, so in a decade, he'll be 34 and still have possibly 6+ years ahead of him to play. Is there any team in the NFL without a quarterback right now that wouldn't pay for 10 years of good quarterback play right now? Seriously. Oh, he had injuries. Yeah, he had injuries, multiple injuries, while he was a quarterback for Indiana. He had no injuries while he was a quarterback for Washington. Maybe that was an Indiana staff problem, not so much as a Michael Penix problem. Not all staffs are created equal. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs. We've got a great medical staff, great training staff. They do things that go over and above what other teams seem to be able to do. So I could not understand people that were saying he was going to go in the second round. I was like, that's just crazy pants. There's no way that's happening. Bill Belichick telling Pat McAfee he wants to be a weekly guest on his show this fall. My heart. With the Chiefs being on the run they're on, I have such a newfound respect for what Bill did with the Patriots. Would love to see him on Pat McAfee show weekly. I mean, and apparently he's been more kind of chill and interesting. So, it is what it is. Stone Cold Julie was excited we moved up. Bills, did they learn nothing? Apparently not. Apparently they've learned nothing, Julie. You're correct. Just, you gave us Patrick Mahomes. You get a corner, you end up with a corner that's no longer on your team. Not only do you not replace the corner, you don't get a quarterback. Well, you have a quarterback. You lose all your wide receiving power and you don't get another wide receiver. I don't understand it. I'm not going to pretend to. So we go back to the draft here. Jared Verse went to the Rams. I called Troy Fautanu rather. Chop Robinson called that. Quinion Mitchell, I thought it would be either him or Terrion Arnold. They went with Quinion Mitchell. This one was either going to be Brian Thomas Jr. or defense. And then here it was going to be Terrion Arnold, and it was. I thought offensive tackle. I didn't think they were going to go with Jordan Morgan, but they did. So let's see. Name. I was 7 for 7. Didn't get Michael Penix, I'll be honest. 8 for 9. Got Rome Odunze. Got JJ McCarthy. Right position, wrong player at 11. Didn't think they were going to go quarterback again, even though everybody was talking about quarterback, but they did. That was an upset. So that and Michael Penix are the two misses so far. Brock Bowers, I thought they might go weapon. I didn't think they would go tight end. I'm going to call that a miss. This one here, I thought it would be either wide receiver or tight end. I thought it'd be wide receiver, offensive tackle, but I thought it would be wide receiver. So I'm going to call that a miss. I thought this would be corner. They did go defense, but they went edge. Called tackle, even called the guy. Called edge. Thought they would go DB. Let's see. I got, see here. Penix. I'm just going to go the ones that are wrong position, wrong player. Obviously, wrong player. Penix, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers, Waga, Leatu, Mims. That's 6. Jared Verse, I thought they're going to go D-tackle. I'll call that a miss. 7. Called the guy, called the position optional, called the position and the guy, called the position, different guy, called the guy, didn't call it because I was talking to you guys. Hoped for it, called it, got it. Called it, got it. Called the position, was one of the top 2 guys. Had no idea Ricky Pearsall and Xavier Legette, we called a weapon for him. So 9 out of 32 where I didn't call the right position or a guy. The rest of them, I called the right position, and most of them I called the right player. So I call that a good night. If you can bat 50% in the first round, you're doing pretty good. We crushed it tonight, guys. We killed it. We did great. Now, without further ado, let's go take a look at Xavier Worthy highlights. How about that? Because, he's pretty good. I want to see him before I call the show. I don't know if I'm going to put the game on. Maybe we'll do the game tomorrow. I'll play a little Madden tomorrow. But for right now, we're just going to show some Xavier Worthy highlights before I go to bed. Share that with you guys. Let me check the chat first, see if you guys got anything you're offered that I've missed, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. Hey, Gary, people saying hi. Let's look at Worthy, my brother. That was probably up there a while ago, huh? Sorry, man. Sorry for making you wait. Hopefully you're still there. All right, fastest wide receiver in college football. Let's go to my boy, Just Bombs Productions. 1 month ago, we put this up. He's always got good stuff. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let me go here. I think I got to change this so you guys can hear it. Sound. Speakers. That should work.
And how come every teacher's motto is music ain't gonna do for you what college did for me. That's the problem, Nessie, baby, I ain't you, I'm me. Tonight I'm gonna party with the people that believe.
So Texas back in Bama territory. Ewers from the pocket. Now he'll loft one downfield. A ton of air running underneath it. Worthy's got it for a touchdown.
So that's just speed. I'm faster than you, bro. There's nothing you can do.
This offense has been seeking desperately. They strike from 44.
Play fake. Going for Worthy. He's got it. It's touchdown.
That's tough with a guy hand fighting you when you're a small, fast guy. This guy's he's swatting his shoulders and stuff. That takes good focus. That's a hands catch.
Hung up in the wind a little bit.
He also can
Here's
return
Worthy,
the ball,
makes the
folks.
first man miss. Straight ahead past the 40.
And with the new return rules, could be interesting.
Worthy making a
See
house
ya.
call on a punt return. Xavier Worthy.
Let's take a little hitch route. And then you run past you. You run up the sideline and run past you and touchdown. Haven't seen that since the original attempt. Since
one guy missed
Mr. Cheetah.
and then uses that speed and takes it all the way to the crib for 49
Feels a little
yards.
longer too than
He has good field position to start this drive after a 22-yard punt. You are setting up, lobbing to the
thick and
sideline.
stout as Tyreek, but he's longer and mean.
And into the end zone for the Texas
Baby,
touchdown.
that's speed.
And this may be a double pass.
And he can throw.
Setting up, and he's got Sanders downfield. Sanders catches
And not
it.
throw an interception.
Makes the grab inside the 10. First
He
and
just
goal,
actually threw
Texas,
his receiver
35 yards.
to a spot where only his receiver could get it. What an original concept.
Against a three-man
Tyreek.
rush, and he lobs it out
Here's
to
a hitch
Xavier
route. Should have been
Worthy.
tackled for a 3-yard loss. And instead, this guy's going to get him.
And they trip
Kudos to
him
that
up
guy
from
for hustling.
behind. Saving a touchdown was Nick Martin, the linebacker, showing his speed.
Can't tell. I don't know who Nick Martin played for. That was pretty good chasing down.
Viewers off play action.
Here you go. I got a step on you. And I'm falling down.
He stumbles
That's
down
a
to
little
the
bit too
13, but that time yours connects after the
Speed.
underthrow pick
Look
on
at
the
the
last
speed.
deep ball.
Smacks the ball out of the air.
This Texas
Grabs
football
it.
team is very for real.
Ewers
And
finds
score.
Worthy. And Worthy
Good reach.
reaches out
Good
for the end
reach.
zone touchdown.
Not like the Zay Flowers reach. Not reaching into danger. Reaching beyond danger.
On target. Worthy
Reach again?
into the
Nope.
end
Just
zone.
body reach. Ooh.
Another
slamming
Texas
him.
touchdowns. The first through the
Not a
air
big dude.
tonight for Quinn Ewers.
Not a big dude.
His
I want to see
favorite
less of
target,
this and more of that wide open stuff.
Donovan
That's
Brooks,
getting
the
smacked
tailback
back here.
here. That's a throw for Ewers. Worthy. Oh, soft shell.
Let me juke you out of your shorts.
And a first down.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm excited.
Is that an interception? He's not out there. Adonai Mitchell
The
has been a
difference
factor
between
either for this passing
being
game.
excited looking at the guy's
Catches
ability
one
when
target
the
down
draft
middle.
stuff
It's
happened in a
Worthy.
couple
He's
months,
been a factor.
and the feeling when you watch him and
takes
you
a
know
big
he's
bail
now already
bounce.
on your
Worthy
team.
scooping it up,
Different
making the
feeling.
first man miss. He's got room to
I was already excited about his ability, but now it's like, oh, okay.
and maybe a
Now
touchdown
Patrick
saving
gets to throw
tackle
this guy?
around the 40-yard line.
All right. Let's dance. Let's dance. Let me see if there's anything different on this one here. This one calls him 6'1", 175. I think he's 6 foot. Hair, maybe.
LP8 and Bijan Robinson is in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Card lets it go. And it is caught at the 40-yard line by Worthy.
Up in his own line with press coverage on the outside. Bail technique. Nice
Toe
double
drag.
move on the inside
Goes past
and then
him.
back outside and keeps himself away from that inside defender so as to get more additional yards. That's just an outstanding read and finish.
Second and 9. Card.
Can't believe we have Xavier Worthy and Harvard Brown. Oh my
Off
God.
platform throw, and he gets it complete, and he does so
I think I
to Xavier
traded
Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. I think I went back and
Thompson, look at the time he's got on 3rd and 2, and he gets it complete as he connects to the 30. Trying to.
The starting receivers at the bottom of your screen. That's Worthy in motion. A toss to him. Bijan Robinson leading the way in a few yards on 1st down. Picking up yards on early.
I don't know if that's in the cards, but maybe he does.
Thompson to pass. Quick to Worthy. He's got the 1st down. Still up. Worthy. Inside the 20. To the 10, and on 4th down, Xavier Worthy makes the play.
4th and 3. Once again, your playmakers got to play big, and Xavier Worthy, he breaks the tackle, he stays up. But look who's gotten the ball almost on every single play. It's been Xavier Worthy. Get vertical now.
86 yards on his last 2 carries. Not too bad, Roschon Johnson.
And
Worthy
there for the back-to-back.
motions in and then back out. Worthy trying to get the edge. Oh, low on the shoulder a little bit against Gabe Taylor. The barking.
To throw the ball, he will be a problem.
You just let Buffalo, you traded out of your spot.
Status quo, keep it on the ground.
Xavier Worthy.
Another toss to Worthy. Washington and Brewer giving him blocks. And Worthy, the little guy, showing that he has some might in that 160-pound frame.
He may not even like it, but it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog in exceptional football.
This kid's got a lot of fight now, that's for sure.
Thompson looking for Worthy. Worthy, end zone!
Spin,
and Xavier Worthy puts 6 more on the board.
It's almost impossible to guard. You see the corner turn his hips. Once again, Dunbar. You can't play through the football. You can't play through the quarterback and the receiver's eyes because it's a back shoulder pass placed perfectly.
And he's going to have Travis Kelce and Hollywood Brown, and when he comes back with Shea Rice and guys like that taking pressure off of him, people are going to be worried about Pacheco. Having Brown and Pacheco, or sorry, having Brown and Worthy on this roster, it's going to open up lanes for Pacheco. Oh my goodness.
Job here, getting Worthy open, and you'll see the pick set from Whittington underneath man-to-man coverage. They can't stay with him. Good
Buffalo's the gift that keeps on giving. They are.
Casey Thompson. It's all Longhorns.
Ridiculous. Watch a couple more plays in them. It's
Play
really
fake
long.
Thompson with a quick throw. Another
got a lot of highlights this
money to Xavier Worthy. Texas touchdown.
4-2-1, baby. A legit 4-2-1-40. Not a bragged about 4-2-1 that counted as a 4-2-6 Tyreek Hill. But 4-2-1 time, machine time at the combine. 4-2-1.
To his wideout.
So legit fastest guy time in the combine.
Thompson stepping up in the pocket. Open receiver is Xavier Worthy.
Oh, look out. I'm gone. I'll make sure you guys are watching the video, not just looking at my face while I talk. You can't hear me over Greg Olsen? It's okay, I don't mind. Greg Olsen can be loud. Let me
just a dig across the middle.
Turn him down a little bit. I'm just being goofy, man. I'm just being goofy. What'd you tell me about Bo Nix? I know, it's just weird that you know, they're gonna be, it's almost like an addition by subtraction. They add Bo Nix and that keeps the Raiders from getting Bo Nix. You know what I mean? Then if he pans out, then he's Gary Kubiak. If Zach Wilson pans out. If Zach Wilson doesn't pan out, then Zach Wilson's the backup and they got their next guy. And either way, the Raiders don't get either of them. That's epic, jamming up another team. Let's see.
Battle on the edge, diving catch by Worthy. The true freshman having a spectacular.
Chris says Worthy's a good route runner. He's got the ability to track the ball deep. And he's got speed for days. Yeah, I was wanting an X.
At the line of scrimmage, and then it's a foot.
You only have Hollywood Brown for 1 year for now. Had issues being jammed. Yeah, that's the thing though, man. It's like he's not gonna have to be the guy though. That's the thing. When you're this kid, and it was you and Adonai Mitchell and the running backs was basically the offense, and you go to Kansas City where you just got to be a guy. Just do your job, get open. Just take the top off the defense. So Travis Kelce's got room to play underneath. You and Hollywood Brown do a snap route or a crush route on the safety. Make him pick between you, and one of you is going to be wide open, either curling underneath or breaking loose over the top. And if they go twin safeties and they go off with you, there's no 8 men in the box for Pacheco. Like, the things he brings without even touching the football, because they're going to be worried about his speed. That's, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, well, we normally have 1 year of Hollywood Brown. Okay, so who's the next Hollywood Brown next year after we three-peat? That's a next year problem. Chiefs are playing for every snap of Patrick Mahomes' career right now. They're playing it down by down. What can we do to make sure Patrick Mahomes is fully optimized for his entire career as a Kansas City Chief? We don't want to waste a single moment. This is the mentality that I have, and I believe this is the mentality that Craig Beach has been showing, Andy Reid has. And they're crushing it, man. I'm so just honored to be a Chiefs Kingdom fan, or just to be a member of this group of people that loves this. Look at this dude. Oh my gosh. That's just embarrassing. That's not even fair. If you're not fast, you're going to look really bad against this dude. You better be, you know, reasonably fast on your own accord. Because if you're not, this dude's going to kill you.
If you're not going deep, I better go deep.
Wow.
So right there, a little bit of a miscommunication.
Okay, that's enough of that. This video is like 20 minutes long. There's 20 minutes of highlights of this kid just making people look stupid. Did he go to the Broncos at 12? He's a model of the Sean Payton QB. It gives Pop empty boxes now, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not going to be able to put 8 men in the box. They're going to be so worried about their speed. Xavier Worthy, yes, he could be a Hollywood replacement next year. Or maybe Hollywood wants to stick around. Or maybe Hollywood gets a big, fat freaking contract. And the next Juju Smith-Schuster wannabe, MVS wannabe, Hollywood Brown wannabe, yet to be named on another team right now who's a really good player, who might not want to be there, T. Higgins, whoever, is looking, going, you can go to Kansas City and make $5 million and get a ring and go make $30 million somewhere else. And as long as we keep cycling in a young guy here and a young guy there, I mean, it sounds like Veach thinks that there's a reclamation project in order with Kadarius Toney. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen. But guys, if you're new to the channel, hit like and subscribe. Tap the notification bell. It's been almost 2 hours we've been on. I always forget to ask that stuff. If you want to support the channel, Venmo at ThunderDan88. That helps me out. That helps keep things going. I haven't had an upgrade on my computer in a minute. It's going to need it soon. Some piece of hardware, and there's going to go on me for sure. It's been 3 years of just grinding and pounding on that thing. Anyway, in the meantime, getting back to the draft, we'll be back tomorrow for round 2. I'll probably do the same thing. I'll probably wait till about mid second round. So I know we're getting close to our pick, and then jump in there. If we trade up before I'm on, I'll jump in quickly. But yeah, guys, it's been a great night. Chris says Pop sees empty boxes, brings Kelce back into play, finding soft spots in zone. You have to cover Brown and Worthy deep. Good luck. There's only something. Yeah. Good luck. I mean, that's if they're trying to, let me go to the solo screen real quick. The adjusted solo screen. If you're trying to, there's only so many defensive players to go around. 100% correct, sir. We gotta jump on again in the next couple of days. Talk about this stuff together. We will arrange a time. Maybe we can work out Saturdays. I don't know if Saturdays work for you, but we'll talk off screen. I'm stoked, man. I'm like so like, oh, I started saying something earlier and I got sidetracked. I was gonna wear my George Karlaftis jersey as a homage to Adam Zinselmeyer on here, who forced me to go look at Karlaftis' footage when we drafted him, and I complained because I didn't look at his footage. Because certain people who will remain unnamed but work for certain branches of Chiefs Kingdom pundits said they were calling him the Breeland Speaks 2.0. And I'm like, I don't need to see that footage. I don't want to see that. I don't want to give that any energy to bring that to Chiefs Kingdom. And Adam was like, no, he's not. You got to look at this footage. You know football. Go look at this kid. And I watched it live after we drafted him. After I bitched and complained first, going, why do we? I'm sure he's a good kid. And I was like, I like Arnold Ebiketie and this and that. And then I started watching his footage, and right away I was like, oh, okay, that was good. That was cool. When he grabbed a guy's wrists and pulled him out of the way, a tackle, went to block him, he just grabbed his wrists and pulled him out of the way like a jiu-jitsu move. I was like, okay, this dude's different. He's going to be great. That was it. I was sold. And I went from not being thrilled about the pick to liking the guy in the same half an hour period to owning his jersey a year later to wearing that jersey, watching him win playoff games on the way to the second Super Bowl in a row. So pretty stoked about that kid. The point being, if we drafted somebody you weren't expecting in the first round, if tomorrow we go off the reservation and get somebody you don't really like or don't really want or not really sure about, no, not Ryan. I'm talking about Adam Zinzelmeyer. This is last year or 2 years ago. Adam Zinzelmeyer is in the chat. He changed his name though. He calls himself. He was on there the other night as well. St. Louis Shocks. That's Adam Zinzelmeyer. Adam was the one that said check this kid out. Oh, do I mean Ryan that called him Breland Speaks to him? But it might have been Ryan. It might have been Ryan, and there was somebody else from another site that's initials are AP said the same thing. Just because he can't bend the edge doesn't mean he ain't good. He's been superb. This is the thing. And my argument to that was, yeah, he doesn't bend the edge. Instead, he jumps past the tackle and then cuts left or right, depending on which side he's on, like a wide receiver running an in or an out route, and shaves right down the line and immediately cuts out 2 yards of space he would normally have to cover if he bent around. It's an unorthodox way to do things, but that's the way you go sometimes if you're a guy who never grew up playing football. I know from what I speak because I didn't put pads on until I was 22. So I didn't learn the way other guys learned. When I caught a football, I caught the football like this by the ends. I didn't catch it like this most of the time. I caught it like that. I could catch it like that. I like grabbing it out of the air by the nose and the tail. And people are like, why do you do that? I go, well, if I grab the nose in the end, I stop rotation immediately, right? Yeah. And if I have the ends of it, you probably have less of a chance of like popping it out of my hand than if I just have the nose, right? Yeah. Well, that just made sense to me. So looking at George, the way he plays end like a kid who didn't grow up playing football. And he plays it really well. So, and then that tutoring under Warren Sapp was awesome for him. That was great for him last year. And on top, and then Frank Clark was very giving to him a year and a half ago. But that's why. Hey, now, so Xavier Legette's off the board, 32, going to Detroit. A lot of people were saying Detroit was going to take a wide receiver. I didn't think, I'm like, they got a bunch of receivers. But how do you pass up a guy that could be the next A.J. Brown or the next Sterling Sharp? I don't understand why you would pass that guy up. If you just have a pick waiting there. I like him and I like Worthy. I like them both different. They're different styles. I like them both. I'm happy we got one. That said, where's my point? Don't lose my point. Oh, I want us to go wide receiver again. And there's a guy that some people have in the third. There's a guy that some people have possibly earlier. If we came right back around and went wide receiver again and we take Jerry Rice's son in the second round, I will be dancing on my table. Just saying. Yes, do we have other needs? Yes, we do. But if we can draft a kid who will, by his own rights, can play football and play the position very well, and has good size, good speed, and good length, and caught half of Caleb Williams' touchdowns last year, when everybody knew he was getting the ball, still caught half of his touchdowns, and brings his dad to camp once in a while, and his dad comes in the building once in a while, talks to people, and his dad happens to be the GOAT wide receiver, Jerry Rice, I'd be very happy. But it's those external benefits of drafting a kid whose dad is the best wide receiver the game has ever known. That would be a good thing. And you know, the bar is high for this kid of like what he wants to achieve. He's looking up at his dad going, I want to do that. So we'll see what happens. Tom Bahali helped him a lot too. Yeah, Tom Bahali's working with Frederick, with the K-State kid from last year. Is it Freddie? Is that his name? Adebike, what's his name? I can't remember. He's got a double name. Azama. I gotta know, but so he was on the field for 11 seconds, so I didn't really get a chance to look at him very much. But the kid from Kansas State, I've watched some of the seen some of the stuff with him doing Gracie Jiu-Jitsu with Tamba. So Tamba's friggin' massive. They're not the same kind of guy at all, size wise. I laugh. This. You don't have to bend the edge if you're a technician. He's too big and powerful to bend the edge. He's so strong. George is so strong. And the Baltimore Ravens cheated against him so much and got away with it. He was getting so pissed. See it. And he finally just throws the guy out of the way and goes and makes the play anyway. I was just like, damn, dude, I love this kid. So I've got my 56 jersey hanging in the closet. I want to get a DJ one at some point, but the first 56 jersey I got was FAU. Felix, not Frederick. Felix. Felix Adebikwe Uzama. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Anudike Uzama. I was close. I'm sorry, Felix. I hate people who can't pronounce names. I had the same problem growing up. Felix Anudike Uzama. Let's get it in there. FAU. Yeah, this kid, I mean, George is awesome. We got a lot of good guys. Leo's awesome. Leo Chenal. Great having Drew over there on defense. We're rolling, man. It's day one of the draft. We already got Hollywood Brown, and day one of the draft, we got Xavier Worthy. Let's freaking go. I almost said the other word. I don't need to do that. Let's freaking go. On that note, it's been 2 hours and 7 minutes. I'm tired. I got to work tomorrow. It's 12:30 at night. That's a good time to say goodnight. So I'm going to let you guys get some rest. Think about what just transpired. Know that I'll be back tomorrow night for round 2, for the second half of round 2. And maybe we'll throw in a game and play a little Madden with Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy in the mix. Mixing things up. Some of the added players that we got in the quiet little futures contract signings that are just sneakily added to the roster by Brett Veach when no one's looking, because that's how he rolls. And we'll have some fun tomorrow. In the meantime, as always, you know what's coming. Go Chiefs.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.